What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Shelby Nave, and today we are back for another mob movie commentary. I promise I won't always be doing mob movies. I'm on like a mob spree right now. But after this movie, which is Casino and Donnie Brasco, I will be moving on to another topic and doing other movies relating to those topics. But with that being said, today we are watching Casino. Not only is it another Robert De Niro / Joe Pesci movie, but this one is also based on true events. I will probably end up doing more research on the real life people that these characters are based off of after I finish watching the movie. But yeah, until then, let's not waste any time. We should get right into it. It's my boyfriend's birthday today, and I need to quickly watch this movie, and then I need to go make cupcakes, so let's get it going. Holy crap, this is another 2-hour and 58-minute movie. What is it with these mob movies and being nearly 3 hours long? I don't mind watching 3-hour-long movies, but when it comes to editing 3-hour-long movies, those usually take me a while to do. And this is another 3-hour one. The Godfather Part 2 is the worst. That was like a 3.5-hour one. But yeah, pretty much every single movie that I've reacted to has been at least 2.5 hours. All right, let's get it going. Oh my God, it's De Niro wearing the fanciest coral coat, or would you call that, what,
when you love
salmon?
Someone, you've got to trust them. There's no other way. Otherwise, what's the point? I believed that's the kind of love I had.
Hello. Okay. This is only a little bit of a dramatic start.
Before I ever ran a casino or got myself blown up, Ace Rothstein was a hell of a handicapper. I was given one of the biggest casinos in Las Vegas to run, the Tangiers.
But it should have been perfect. I mean, he had me, Nicky Santoro, his best friend, watching his ass. And he had Ginger, the woman he loved, on his arm. But in the end, we fucked it all up.
At that time, Vegas was a place where millions of suckers flew in every year on their own nickel and left behind about $1 billion. But at night, you couldn't see the desert that surrounds Las Vegas. But it's in the desert where lots of the town's problems are solved.
Got a lot of holes in the desert, and a lot of problems are buried in those holes.
Like bodies. Wow. So how many bodies are just in the desert surrounding Vegas?
Anywhere else in the country, I was a bookie. But here, I'm Mr. Rothstein. I'm not only legitimate, but running a casino. And along with making us legit comes cash.
How much money do you think they make just in quarters?
And the best part was that upstairs, the board of directors didn't know what the fuck was going on. I mean, to them, everything looked on the up and up.
Oh my God. This director loves, like, really long, no cuts tracking shots. This is the same director, Martin Scorsese. I have the hardest time saying his name. Anyway, but he also directed Goodfellas, and Goodfellas, I like made a point to point out how much they utilize just like really long tracking shots. And he's doing that in this film too. It's like the camera is just kind of shifting from character to character to whatever that character is doing to the next one. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is definitely a stylistic choice from that director specifically.
The guys inside the counting room were all slipped in there to skim the joint dry. And that's all there is to it. Just another fat fuck walking out of the casino with a suitcase. The bosses would come from all over the place. Detroit, Cleveland, Milwaukee, all over the Midwest. These are the guys who secretly control Las Vegas because they control the Teamsters
Midwest controls Union. Las Vegas? Oh, the Teamsters Union, yeah.
And nobody got a Teamsters loan unless the guys in this room knew they were going to get their little suitcases. Especially guys like Remo Gaggi, the outfit's top boss, definitely the most important guy in this room.
The outfit was like the mob family of Chicago. I do know that.
Now here was the perfect front man. Now all they needed was somebody they could trust to run the casino. And who better than Ace?
I don't know if I could do this even if I wanted to. The Gaming Commission would never give me a license.
You don't have to have a license to work in a casino.
I'm pretty sure you do.
The state law says that you can work in a casino while they're processing your application. All you gotta do is keep changing your job title. I know guys been working there for 30 years don't have a license.
For real? Yeah, I feel like this is only gonna end badly.
And that's how they got Ace to take over. They wanted him because Ace ate, slept, and breathed gambling.
He breathed it.
So now, I gotta make sure nobody fucks around with the golden jewel.
Is yours? Your pen?
Yeah, that's my pen.
No, it's a nice pen. I just didn't want it to get lost.
Well, thank you. Why don't you take that fucking pen and shove it up your ass, you fucking jag off?
Are they really about to get upset over a pen? Okay. Why do they always pick Joe Pesci to be these freaking, like, ruthless killer? Like, sure, he was being disrespectful to Ace. Maybe give him a little punch in the face or something. I don't know. But did we have to stab the man to death with a pen? Was that necessary? I don't know Joe Pesci's character's name. Let me look it up real quick. I should probably know this. Nicky. His name is Nicky in this movie. Wow, Tommy, Nicky, they're basically the same character. Did he reincarnate into this new mobster? Joe Pesci seems to be just as ruthless in this movie as he was in the last one, like hothead mobster person.
No matter how big a guy might be, Nicky would take him on. You beat Nicky with fists, he comes back with a bat.
Or a pen. See, that's not healthy. No wonder they have holes all over Las Vegas. It's probably just because of Nicky.
With me protecting Ace, he made a fortune for the bosses. With Ace, the casino never saw so much money.
De Niro looks so freaking snazzy in this movie. I just watched him in Dirty Grandpa the other day. Such a vastly different character.
I had dozens of politicians and state officials coming through that place every week.
Of course you did. Corruption!
In Vegas, everybody's got to watch everybody else.
Since the players are looking to beat the casino, the dealers are watching the players. The boxmen are watching the dealers. The floormen are watching the boxmen. The pit bosses are watching the floormen. The shift bosses are watching the pit bosses. The casino manager is watching the shift bosses. I'm watching the casino manager. And the eye in the sky is watching us all.
First of all, that's really crazy. There's that many playing parts at hand. But also, this camera work. Shifty. It makes it seem like it's not cutting, even though some of them probably are. She's a little sneaky deaky, isn't she? She's good.
What do you mean, what's the matter? I made a lot of money for you. I want my cut. I want my money. Please don't. I didn't steal anything. Well, how about
Causing a scene. Oh my god. Can't you like get arrested for doing that though? I feel like you should, because you're gonna cause a big uproar of people stealing just chips that they don't have. Oh, see, and this is the moment. He's like, she's the one.
I fell in love right there. But in Vegas, for a girl like Ginger, love costs money.
Love costs money. That doesn't seem like a healthy relationship.
She was a queen
Oh
around
my
the
God.
casino. She brought in high rollers and helped them spread around a lot of money. She was one of the best known, best liked, and most respected hustlers in town.
Drugs, money, hustling, violence. Themes of mob movies.
Ginger had the hustler's code. She knew how to take care of people, and that's what Vegas is all about.
Is it?
Ginger took care of the Parkers because they took care of the security guards who took care of the Metro cops who let her operate.
She's got it all figured out. I like her. This is the first time we've had kind of like a female hustler in these movies.
She could have everything under control except for her old pimp boyfriend, Lester Diamond.
This seems toxic.
He was a moocher, a card cheat, a scumbag, and somehow she could never turn him down.
What do you think about me moving out here?
What do you think?
What's the matter? You got a problem with that?
No, of course not.
You mean I have your permission?
Sure you have my permission, but I just gotta tell you, it's no joke out here. You gotta keep a low profile.
Can't be a hothead.
You really gotta be careful. I'm running a licensed place. Everything's legit.
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do anything.
Don't get tangled up in it, man.
They wanted me to make sure none of the other crews robbed the joint.
Out of respect, guys from other crews got away with a warning. Everybody else, watch out. Like this guy. He's betting lavender chips at 500 each with only one little problem. He's always guessed right.
Is he counting? Is he counting cards?
I saw that the dealer was weak, but he wasn't in on it. He just wasn't protecting his hand.
Oh, a scheme.
Now here's this guy reading the dealer's whole card and signaling his buddy at this table.
That's nuts. That's such an operation. What? Oh my god. What you gonna do now, man, huh? What you gonna do now if you don't have that person giving you signals?
Turns out this guy and his fucking pals, they were knocking this place dead for years.
Oh no, what are they gonna do to him? What are they gonna do with that?
I saw you shuffling your checks with your right hand. Can you do that with both hands?
No.
Oh my god! Ow! He's next. Oh no.
Look what they did to my hand, man.
If you come back here, we catch either one of you, we're gonna break your fucking heads and you won't walk out of here. You see that fucking saw? We're gonna use it. You don't fuck around in this place.
He's scary in the best way possible.
For a guy who likes sure things, I was about to bet the rest of my life on a real long shot.
Love will do that to you.
I want to settle down. I want a family.
You got the wrong girl. I care about you, but I just don't have those kind of feelings for you.
You take that back. How could you turn that down? He a handsome mofo.
That can grow, as long as there's a mutual respect. That kind of thing can grow.
You shouldn't have to talk the person into wanting to marry you.
If it doesn't work out between us, I'm gonna make sure you're okay for the rest of your life.
Wow. I'm surprised she actually did it, because she seemed very not convinced.
I love you.
But baby, do you know that I love you too?
Why is she stuck on this guy? You have a dream in front of you and you're stuck on this freaking nobody?
You alright?
Yeah.
Why are you crying?
I'm crying.
I'm not crying, I'm only crying. Alright, so here's the thing. I just got really hungry. I haven't eaten yet today and my stomach keeps growling, so I'm gonna eat some pasta salad while we're watching this movie. Sorry if that bothers you. I know you didn't sign up for a mukbang, but I'm just gonna roll with it, okay? So we're gonna eat lunch now.
You're with me now.
She does not seem convinced or that happy, which I feel like is the opposite of what you should be feeling on your wedding day.
Try it on. It's yours.
A fur coat in Nevada? It's a desert.
What is it?
Chinchilla?
Chinchilla.
Called it. See, he just wants to love you and take care of you. And you're hung up on that weirdo.
What I'm gonna tell you is very important.
Okay.
All this stuff doesn't mean anything. Money, this doesn't mean anything without trust. I have to be able to trust you with my life.
I feel like they wouldn't have said that line if she wasn't gonna backstab him at some point.
With over $1 million in cash and jewels tucked in a bank in Vegas, she was secure and happy. She loved that shit.
Clearly.
So I put $2 million in cash in a Los Angeles bank. This was strictly my shakedown and kidnapping money.
My shakedown and kidnapping money.
I gave Ginger the only key to the cash that could get me back alive.
Are you gonna be trustworthy, bitch? Are you gonna be trustworthy? This director also definitely seems to really enjoy narrations. Goodfellas and Casino so far have been, like, relatively similar.
Do me a favor, you want to take your feet off the table and put your shoes back on?
Yeah, who do you think you are? Where do you think you're at?
Bullshit, I ain't going anywhere with you. Bullshit, you're out of here. Fuck you! Kidding me?
Oh my
Sure
god.
enough, an hour later, I get the call.
What happened over there? I mean, did you know that guy you threw out was with me?
No, I didn't know that, but you know what he did? Tells me to go fuck myself.
What?
Then he called me a faggot.
You called my friend a faggot? You told him to go fuck himself? Is that what you did?
I didn't.
You fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
You go over there right now, you apologize.
Well, why are you bringing sleazy people around?
Well, I'll tell you, he knew how to bring in the crowds. He brought over the whole femme fatale show from Paris.
You're still 8 pounds over. What's the reason for this?
What the f***?
As the head of the Tangiers Gaming Corporation, it's my pleasure to welcome Sam Rothstein to the Vegas Valley Country Club.
Back home, they would have put me in jail for what I'm doing. But out here, they're giving me awards.
And that's something.
But my greatest pleasure was watching my wife, Ginger, work the room. She could be the most charming woman you ever saw.
Hello, Mrs. Rothstein. How are you? You're one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen. You're a lucky man, Mr. Rothstein.
Is that a weird thing to say in front of her husband?
What balls on this fucking kid? The next day, I fired him.
And that's what you get!
What'd you say to that fucking jerk anyway? I told him I was Mrs. Sam Rothstein. But you might as well get something out of it.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, it wasn't long before what I was afraid was gonna happen, happened. Nicky managed to get himself banned from every casino in Las Vegas.
Detrimental to gaming, and he will be ejected from any casino in Las Vegas. Is there any way around this?
You can't even set foot in the parking lot. That's how serious it is.
That's what you get!
It just didn't sink into his head about the black book and what it meant. Being in this book etched your name into the brains of every cop and FBI agent in the state. I mean, you're listed in there with Al Capone.
Well, that's kind of an honor, I guess, for those people.
I'm not getting rid of him. I'm staying here.
Just gonna cause even more problems.
I started doing my own things in Vegas nobody ever thought of doing. And I opened up my own jewelry store too, the Gold Rush.
Nicky was grabbing everything he could.
What the fuck they expect from me? I had to earn, didn't I?
Steal, you mean? So he created the street antics in Vegas?
I knew how to keep the bosses happy. I would carry things out to a T. Like the time Tony Dog shot up one of Remo's bars. I mean, this guy is just begging to be made an example of.
Holy crap! He's like unrecognizable, jeez.
For 2 days and 2 fucking nights, we beat the shit out of this guy.
Oh my god.
In the end, I had to put his fucking head in a vice. Don't make me have to do this, please. Come on. Fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck me, you motherfucker.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so gross.
Give me the fucking name.
Charlie M.
Charlie M? You make me pop your fucking eye out of your head to protect that piece of shit.
I don't like this.
Finally, there was a real gangster in town.
Oh my god.
4 reels, 7s across 3 $15,000 jackpots. Do you have any idea what the odds are?
Well, it happened so quick. 3 guys won. I didn't have a chance to call
Oh,
you.
you see the scam? You didn't see what was going on? You didn't know you'd be in scam. You're too fucking dumb to keep this job. If you did know you were in on it, either way, you're out.
Wow. Making a big old deal out of it.
I need to talk to you. I need some money.
What do you need?
Well, I need a lot. I need more than usual.
Well, why don't you take it out of your account? There's a lot there.
Well, I need more than that. I need 25,000.
25,000? Why do you need that much?
What's the difference? I just need it.
Well, I mean, I gotta ask you. That's a lot of money.
We don't have to turn this into a big deal.
Well, why can't you tell him?
Who's fighting? I mean, tell me what it's for.
I feel like that's not too much to ask.
Well, you know what? Now I want you to tell me.
Sam, I've been independent my whole life. I never had to ask anybody for anything. Now you're making me beg you for this.
What are you talking about?
I mean, you're embarrassing me.
You're asking me for 25,000. I'm not out to make you feel bad. I want to just be able to trust you. It's about trust.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she's literally done nothing to be trustworthy to him. But she wants him to trust her.
You can trust me.
Good, so then you can tell me what the money is for.
And she's not gonna do it. So, clearly, not trustworthy. Oh, and she's gonna go into that freaking thing. Lady, that was for emergencies. She's probably gonna use it all up.
No, I know that look. What does that look mean?
I got the money.
Are you serious, girl? Are you serious? For this nimwad? This buffoon?
How you doing, Les?
He can't
It's
trust
Lester,
her.
right? From my recollection, aren't you the card shark, the pimp from Beverly Hills? 'Cause I never knew you to be a heist man. But if you are, you know what? Here, take mine too. Go ahead, take it. Because you already have hers. But if you ever come back again to take her money, next time bring a pistol. That way you got a chance. Be a man, don't be a fucking pimp.
Well, she's a piece of shit too. What is she doing? What does he have on her? Or what sort of hooks is caught up in her? Why is she so stuck on him?
I know it wasn't a nice thing to do, but
Yeah, no shit.
the first time I ever saw you guys together, I never saw him so happy.
He loves you!
I think he's crazy about you. I mean, he really loves you.
Yeah.
$1 million in jewelry. Does that tell you the guy's crazy about you? or what?
Yeah, what the f***? Where's my $1 million in jewelry?
He could have killed him.
Guess it's because he loves you so much. He's jealous and worries.
Nikki's actually like being kind of a good friend in this situation. Whoa! Whoa!
Take it easy with this shit, will you? I mean, this can only make matters worse.
Yeah.
Come on now, I don't want to see you unhappy.
Oh boy, oh boy. Wow, I was just about to say, Nikki's actually being like a good friend to Ace, and I feel like he's saying some like very plausible things to Ginger, and they didn't. Oh boy, I hope they didn't have an affair. What the freak are you doing?
Mr. Rothstein.
Wow, a literal cowboy.
Maybe you didn't know it, but Don Ward is a very well-liked man in this town. Maybe he did not deserve to be fired.
I'm sorry, but he knew about getting hit on 3 big machines in a row, and he did nothing about it. That means either he was in on it, or forgive me for saying this, he was too dumb to see what was going on.
Are we certain that you want the Gaming Control Board eyeballing your record and your gangster pals like Nicky Santoro?
I think you're way out of line talking to me like that.
Well, could there be any position farther down the trough?
I'm sorry, I can't do anything. He's too incompetent, and the bottom line is he cannot be trusted.
Trust is such a big thing to him. That guy probably knows that you don't have a gaming license. He's gonna blow your shit up.
What happened to my pills?
Isn't it bad enough you're drinking too much? You're taking all my pills, too?
I have to beat him up.
Oh man.
You can't make me stop caring about people.
It's not your care for people he's concerned about. It's care for this one man that you can't let go.
You don't care about me.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
How could you say that? You're a beautiful woman. You're destroying yourself. You don't need that stuff. And you don't need that fucking leech living off you.
Despite it all, he seems like such a loving and supportive husband. She is just broken.
Can't believe you're doing this.
We made a deal.
It turned out Phil Green, Mr. Integrity, had a partner nobody knew about, and when she showed up and started demanding some money from the Tangiers, she sued him in court.
Oh boy.
We got a problem. Green has to open up the books. Has to show how he got the financing.
Ah!
The boys back home decided to settle the case out of court instead, so they sent me.
Oh no. Oh my god! My god!
She was found last night, shot in the head.
Gosh, I mean, I should have expected that. The mob's MO is just take out anybody who could potentially expose you.
Now, instead of the cops only looking at Nikki, they started looking at Green, too.
So in Green's absence, then you're the boss.
My responsibilities are to run the day-to-day operations.
With no license.
I am the boss when Mr. Green is away.
Which is the majority of the time.
You read this? About
Oh,
Mr. Rothstein.
no.
The Midwest bookmaker with mob ties says that he is the real boss of the $100 million Tangiers Casino Empire. Has that man even filed for his license yet?
I knew it!
We may have to kick a kike's ass out of town.
I was gonna say, that guy's gonna come after him with full force. Suddenly has that info.
Listen, I gotta meet Cleanface right away. What about the Chez Paris?
It's impossible. It's booked up, and you gotta make a reservation.
Speaking in code?
It's okay, I'll use the service entrance. I'll see you at 9.
Well, that's a good way, I guess, to throw off people, anybody potentially listening to wiretaps.
I don't know what it is, Sammy, but the more I talk to you, the more I feel like you just don't want to go along with me. Is that it?
What gives you that impression?
I just want my license. I want everything nice and quiet.
Be quiet like this. I'm the boss. That looks bad.
Every time you're on television, I get mentioned. That looks bad.
Nicky wanted to take over. Plus, he had stopped asking permission from back home for every little thing.
Hey, what do they care? As long as I keep sending money back.
Yeah, but they're complaining.
Let them complain. I'm the one who's here. I do all the work.
You're causing issues! The mob isn't supposed to be getting noticed all over the place. They're supposed to operate discreetly. Now, why would Ace want to be associated with him? He's just gonna get in trouble by association.
In comes Piscano, the Kansas City underboss. He ran that little grocery store in Kansas City where they bought the suitcases.
Fighting over those suitcases again. You know what that means, right? That means I gotta take another trip out to Vegas, and it's gonna cost me another couple of grand.
Oh my god, that was Tommy's mom in Goodfellas. That old woman?
Every fucking nickel goes down right
Hey,
here. Receipts
oh,
here.
wow. What's the
Receipts
matter
here,
with
bills
you?
here. Everything's here.
I mean, who the hell would believe that the FBI had a wire in the place looking for some information about some old homicide, about some guy who was whacked out God knows when over God knows what?
I'll find out. And if it's Green himself, I'll bury that bastard. I've never trusted him. And you know, I got eyes behind my head.
You don't have enough eyes to see the wiretap that is planted in your store.
Every FBI man across the country had their ears open now. I mean, Piscano, this guy, basically sunk the whole world.
Sunk their entire ship in Vegas.
Pardon me, Counselor, before you continue, this commission is prepared to act on a motion denying the Rothstein application.
Oh my god, he doesn't even get a chance.
The ayes have it, this hearing is
Oh
adjourned.
my god!
You promised me a hearing. You won't allow me a hearing?
That guy was behind it. I mean, politicians play just as dirty of a game as mobsters do.
What the hell's he gonna do now? Maybe he could run things with another job title. Whatever job he takes, make sure it's something quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tangiers Hotel proudly presents the all-new Sam Rothstein Show, Aces High.
Is this necessarily a quiet position?
He's on all night screaming about how he's gonna take his damn lawsuit all the way to the Supreme Court. Tell him maybe it's time he should quit.
What they did was totally unconstitutional. We're already on the list to be heard before the Supreme Court of the United States later
These
this
guys
year.
back home don't give a fuck about the Supreme Court and any of this bullshit. They want things to quiet down. They want you to walk away.
Walk away, Andy. Every time they mention my name in the papers, these cocksuckers, they mention Nicky too.
I would just get out.
I can't do that.
I mean, he's probably gonna wish that he did.
Next morning, bright and early, I get the call.
Yeah.
Give me a treat.
Pretty snazzy. They've been doing a lot of these like slanted shots too. I know there's a name for them. Like the camera keeps going like whoop and having this like sideways view of characters.
Meeting in the middle of the desert always made me nervous.
Yeah, I bet. Probably a lot of people buried out there, I imagine. Oh, that's a cool shot.
Where the fuck you get off talking to people about me behind my back all over my head? Who said I'm bringing heat on you?
I only told Andy Stone that you had a lot of heat on you, and that was a problem.
You want me to get out of my own fucking town?
Yeah, I said let the bullshit blow over for a while so I can run the casino.
You only have your fucking casino because I made that possible.
What?
When you asked me if you could come out here, what did I tell you?
Back
Do you
up,
remember
back
what
up
I
a
told
fucking
you?
minute here. 1 minute. When the fuck did I ever ask you if I could come out here?
Do you have amnesia? You asked for his permission.
Your fucking warrant don't ever go over my fucking head again.
Yeah, no, he's got like a big old head and he thinks that he's responsible for Sam's success when it really does kind of seem like the opposite.
I'm gonna come up with 10,000 just the way you want it.
No.
Yeah, 10,000.
I said fucking 50.
What are you
go get it? I don't give a fuck where you get
doing?
it.
He's too much of a hothead for his own good.
Yeah, look at this fucking butte they put in now.
He is so annoying. He's just insulting everybody.
Sammy, tell this Jew motherfucker over here to pay that marker.
Nicky, you're not listening to me. I'm here to help you. I'm gonna okay you 10 to get you even, and that's it. Then you gotta get out of here before the cops and newspapers are all over you. Okay, and that's it.
I don't think that's gonna go over well.
What are you staring at, you bald-headed Jew prick?
What the hell? Why? Why? It's so unnecessary.
Hello, Beverly Hotel.
Mrs. Sam Rothstein, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Rothstein have checked out already.
Huh? Oh my god, is that the buffoon? Man, I honestly really feel bad for him. All he wants is like this woman to love him, and she just doesn't.
My wife is with an old friend of hers, and my daughter's with him too, and I think they're gonna try and kidnap her.
They're gonna kidnap her?
Lester, listen to me very carefully. I want to talk to Ginger. I want my kid back. I know she's there. Don't fuck around.
I'm not, Sam, I wouldn't do it. Yeah.
Oh my god, in front of your kid?
You wanna get back at this prick?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you got what, $2 million in that box?
She's gonna take all of his money, take his kid.
And the only other thing he cares about, we go to Europe.
I don't want to go to Europe. I want to go to see the Elephant Man.
We're not gonna go see any fucking elephants, okay? We're going to Europe. Let the adults talk.
This guy sucks.
You shut up.
No, you want me to come over? I'll smack your face.
Just relax. Nobody's killing anybody. Just
What?
relax.
What?
Call me back here. I'll see what I can do.
Knock it off. She started it.
Oh my god, is this man a literal child?
Get on the passenger side, and I'm sending this kid to Bolivia in a fucking box.
What? No, you're not. Sam needs to get that daughter back. This guy is a douche.
Ginger called me.
Yeah, she's with that cocksucker again. They got Amy.
Well, that's why I'm here. She wants to come back, but she's afraid you're going to whack her out.
Yeah, they're gonna kidnap my kid. What do you want?
I know. Why didn't you come to me? I mean, this is family. It ain't business. She wants to come back. That's the main thing here.
But why?
Hi, it's me. This is who you wanted to talk to, right?
Listen, I'm not gonna ask you where you are. Just please put Amy on a plane.
Do you think if I came back, do you think you could forgive me?
Why should he?
Where are you? I'll send a plane for you right away.
Wow, must be nice. The kid even has a fur coat.
First of all, he's not gonna wear $1,000 suits. But let's say he did, which he won't. How are you gonna get fitted for 25 suits in 3 days?
I bought him a watch, too.
But even if you bought him a watch, a really nice watch, plus at the most 3 suits, $1,000 a piece, that still leaves what? Around 10,000?
Would you knock it off, Sam?
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Nothing to figure out.
Yeah, there is. You're spending his money.
I'm home. We're working it out.
You think that you're home after what you just put me through with Amy is a favor to me? Let's say another 4,000 for expenses over the weekend, of which you must have had a good time. I know he did. That's for sure. I know that fucking piece of shit had a good fucking time. On my money, you might as well have fucked him, which you probably did anyway.
Oh, ouch.
Of course I've tried. What the fuck do you think I came back here for? I want him killed. Yes, I want him killed. I'm fucking at it.
You want to get rid of me?
Yikes!
Hello?
Yes! I fucking hate you!
Who was she talking to?
I want you out of here.
I'm going. I want my money right now.
Don't get your money. Now, you haven't been straight with me ever since I met you. You never even loved me in the first place. Here, is this enough money? Huh? Will last you 2 fucking days? Greedy bitch.
She is greedy.
You're not getting rid of me with one
Come back
fucking
tomorrow.
suitcase.
Get the rest.
Gosh, she's the worst.
You're not taking it.
I am. I'm waking her up right now.
You're stoned. You're a junkie. Get out
I
of
am
here.
not. She's my daughter. Don't goddamn
My lawyer's a letter, God. Fucking damn you.
So she pretends to care about the daughter, I feel like, but she really doesn't. All she cares about is money and her own unhappiness and drugs and all that. Is she back? Oh my god. This woman is far too up and down for me.
Funny thing was, after all that, I didn't want her to go. She was the mother of my kid. I loved her. And later, I realized I didn't want to give her the money because if I did, I knew I'd never see her again.
She's trying to keep her around. Oh, that really sucks. Giving up literally everything to keep somebody who doesn't even love you around.
Listen, 2 people don't get along. At some point, you gotta call it.
Well, I was thinking maybe, you know, somebody at the bank could help me get my jewelry out. There's a lot of money in there. I'd be willing to take care of anybody who help me out.
She's so greedy.
Well, there's one thing you don't do. You don't take a guy's kid and then take off.
I mean, I did, but then I did exactly what you told me to do, and I came
You
right
did.
back.
You're right. You did.
What
I
you
like
said.
that.
I did what you told me to.
Yes, you did.
Because you always tell me the right thing to do.
Boy, this is going to a bad territory.
Nobody will fuck with you anymore. I'll take care of you. Yes, I will.
Well, is that your job? Oh, no. Alright, that escalated really quickly. Surveillance.
That's Ace's wife.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's no good. Now, so let's just break Sam's heart even more with his wife having an affair with his best friend.
So who'd you go to lunch with?
With Jennifer.
Where'd you go?
To the Riviera.
What'd you have?
Liar.
I had a salad.
What did Jennifer have?
She had the same.
I want you to call Jennifer, and I want you to tell her to tell you what you had for lunch, and I'm going to listen in on the other line.
Why do you want to do that?
Because he doesn't trust you.
The line's busy.
Hello, Jennifer. It's Sam.
He was about to catch her in a lie.
Who were you with?
Nikki.
I was with somebody.
I know you were with somebody. Who was it? I just hope it's not someone who I think it might be.
Oh.
Jesus. Nikki was the worst thing she could have done.
Yeah, way to just stomp all over his heart even more.
I can back him off.
She was very convincing when she wanted to be. And this is how she backed them off.
Oh no. Yeah, probably wasn't what Sam had in mind.
If he asks anything, deny everything. I don't want him bringing beefs back home, because that could really cause a serious problem.
Nicky had things so fucked up on the streets that every time Marino went back home, the packages got smaller and smaller.
Ooh, people are over it.
The little guy, he wouldn't be fucking the Jew's wife, would he? Because if he is, it's a problem.
What could I say? I knew if I gave the wrong answer, Nicky, Ginger, Ace, all of them could have wound up getting killed. Because there's one thing about these old-timers. They don't like any fucking around with the other guy's wives. It's bad for business.
Yeah.
So I lied. No.
That's a loyal guy right there. Also, first narration that's not of Pesci and De Niro.
You see, my main concern is Nicky.
As it should be.
By now, Nicky and his crew had already hit rock bottom. I mean, it got to the point where they couldn't even talk in the gold rush anymore because the feds put a wire in the wall. And even when they talked outside, they had to cover their mouths because the feds brought in lip readers.
Oh my God.
They asked me again about you and the Jew's wife.
Yeah, what'd you tell him?
I told them I didn't know nothing.
This is so clever.
I don't trust them anymore, but they'd never okay anything, you know?
Yeah, but they keep asking about it.
Sure they're asking. They earn with the prick. I got a funny feeling he's gonna start a fucking war or something.
You're gonna start it because you're messing around with his wife. You're gonna take out your best friend because you like his wife. What about your wife? My God, look nice. He's wearing the red. He looks so schnazzy in his very colorful suits. Uh-oh.
Going home for a few seconds. I'll be right back.
He's on his way home.
Oh, no. Oh, is she in on this scheme too?
Ginger. Amy, open the door.
What? What are you talking about? What the hell is this?
Who did this to you?
What mother ties their child to a bed? I hate this woman. I thought she would have a redeeming quality somewhere, but I don't think she does.
How'd you know I was here?
I just wanted to talk to you a minute.
Well, Ginger's missing and she tied Amy up and she locked her in a room. I gotta find her. I don't know where the hell she is.
Ginger's over here at the Leaning Tower with me.
She's there with you? She's there with you?
Yeah.
I'll be right over.
Why is she there with you?
Listen, don't make a scene, all right? She didn't know where to turn. She's trying to save your marriage.
Yeah, Nicky, I want to talk to that fucking bitch.
Hey, be fucking nice.
Why are you stepping in the middle of this? You're the one she's having an affair with. She tied her daughter to the bed. You don't see anything wrong with that?
You tie up our kid and you lock the fucking door. Are you out of your mind? I'd have fucking had you committed.
I mean, she was asleep. I was coming right back before she even woke up.
She was awake.
You ever do anything like that again, I'll fucking kill you.
I just want the key to my jewelry and I want you to let me go.
Get up and be a mother. Get in the car and go to the house right now. Get up and get in the car. Now you need approval from him to go home?
So what?
Once a fucking hooker, always a hooker.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, Sam Rothstein. Fuck you.
What is she gonna do?
Damn it, I want that Jew bastard killed. I had fucking fighter. So fucking dangerous, and why don't you kill him?
Hey, don't be such a fucking smart ass, will ya? I know the fucking guy 35 years. I'm gonna fucking whack him for you.
Yeah, for real. Why does she feel so entitled to literally everything, including the murder of her own husband? She wants her affair-y, her manstress, if you will, to take care of that for her. He's been best friends with the dude since how long? Oh, this woman. I don't think I can't. None of me feels bad for her right now. I'm still not over the whole tying your child to the bed thing yet.
What about my money?
How the fuck am I gonna get your money now? You think he's gonna give you fucking money? Are you out of your mind? I should have never got involved.
Oh no, he's gonna kill you!
Are you?
Oh, God. Money is literally the only thing she cares about. You're gonna have nowhere to go, bitch! Oh my God, lady! She's psycho. Oh, yeah, she has a way of causing a scene, that's for sure.
You stop it. You're drunk. You're on drugs.
I am not!
I am not! Stumbles.
I will go to the police! I am not protecting you!
The police have come to you. Yeah, this is no good.
He won't let me go to my house!
I'm sorry, Randy. I'm not going to let her in. Who knows what you're going to do in there?
What do you mean, what am I going to do? I'm in the same clothes for 2 days. I want to get a few of my things. Big deal.
She calms down. I will let her in the
I
house.
am calm.
You are the furthest thing from calm right now.
Her in the house for 5 minutes. You gentlemen will escort her out if she happens to not want to leave.
Can I go in?
Jeff, would you go with
Yes,
us?
fine. Fuck you.
My God. Locked. Oh boy. boy. This director also likes freeze frames. That's a repeat from last movie, too.
And it would be great if you guys could just follow me out of here because he's been threatening me.
Oh my god. She is so much.
I just need to pick up a little cash inside.
Good lord.
Charlotte, you've got to stop her.
She has the keys and it's still in both your names.
Oh no.
I'm coming down.
Oh, this freaking busted up car. Lord.
It's him. You have to stop him. You have to, because he said he was gonna kill me. You should just stop him.
Nothing we can do about it. We're over at that sicko station.
Pull her over! Pull her over!
After all the threats and all the bullshit, turned out Ginger didn't tell him anything. Between Piscano complaining on a wire, between Nicky, me and my license, we managed to really fuck it all up.
Piscano's expense reports took the cake.
Bingo.
He might as well have given him a fucking blueprint.
Oops.
When the bosses were arrested, some of them were so old they needed doctors at their arraignment.
For real though, or are they just acting old and sick?
After Ginger took off, she wasn't much help to anybody. She found some pimps, lowlifes, and in a few months they went through all the money and all the jewels.
Oh wow, she looks horrible. Is she gonna die of an overdose or something? Tragic.
After they found her body, I had a private doctor do another autopsy.
Oh, he still loves her. That's so sad. Ah!
The bombing was never authorized, but I suspect I know who lit the fuse.
Nikki. Oh.
It took months for everything to calm down. But finally, my guys got out on bail and the bosses wanted me to send my brother Dominic out to Vegas. I mean, what's right is right. They don't give a fuck about... Ah!
Oh my god, your own dude is betraying you.
Tough guy, you and your fucking brother.
Jesus. Oh my god. That is so gruesome. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god.
The word was out. The bosses had enough of Nicky, so they made an example of him and his brother. They buried him while they were still breathing.
Oh my god. That's so gross. Oh, he got out! He got out!
Mister, you alright?
Yeah.
Watch out!
Yikes.
But in the end, I wound up right back where I started.
Those are some glasses. Damn! Wow, that was again just all, these movies are always a roller coaster, but that one too was especially a roller coaster. I definitely did not like Ginger. She kind of bothered me. For some reason, Joe Pesci is always playing like the same type of character. He's a hothead, he causes more trouble than he solves, and always ends up getting whacked by other people in the end. But anyway, now I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to my future self. Hi, welcome back to me with more final thoughts post-editing. While watching this movie literally like freaking 12 times while editing, you know, as always, I pick up on more things seeing it over and over again, as I'm sure everybody else does. And we are gonna go through all of these final thoughts with me. I took some notes, so if you see me reading, it's my notes. I'm also really, really hot right now. All right, so let's just get right into it. I think the first interesting things that I noticed about the movie, and probably the biggest one, is how similar it feels to Goodfellas. It's kind of really difficult to not compare the two when they have the same director, returning actors, returning camera work, like long tracking shots and freeze frames, narration, sudden bursts of violent scenes, and similar character personalities and tropes. Like, yes, the story is different, but a lot of the elements are the same. However, one thing that I think really stood out to me in this film is that, yes, it consists of common themes of most mob movies, such as like money, power, respect, violence. But I think that something that makes this film kind of more different is that it seems to focus a lot more on the themes of success and greed. It kind of seems to me like other mob movies kind of focus more around like the hustling and the antics of achieving the American dream, where Casino, in my opinion, seems to embody more of like life once you've achieved the American dream. Because something that I seem to think was very common among the three main characters was their just desperate attempts of staying on top. For instance, Ace is basically given a casino to run, and despite everything that he's going through, he is desperately trying to hang on to that and to not get kicked out of the casino business. Nicky also climbs to the top and is basically the king of like the street world in Las Vegas, and he obviously desperately doesn't want to be kicked out of Vegas completely, even though he's like causing a whole bunch of issues. And lastly, with Ginger, she is reaching pretty much the peak of what she wanted to be, which was a very rich woman, I guess. Like, she no longer needed to hustle anymore, but she can't seem to let go of past ways or just let go of the past in general. And she's just desperately doing everything she possibly can to get as much money as she can from Ace. And it's honestly kind of ironic because in hindsight, Ace was totally willing to give her literally everything that she wanted. She just didn't want him, she wanted his money, and given that, she's just miserable the whole time. So some other interesting things about like the true story. Obviously in all movies they're Hollywoodified a little bit and things are changed and added, but there are several aspects of this film that actually seem to hold true to the true story. For instance, Sam is obviously based off of Frank Rosenthal, and Ginger is based off of Rosenthal's real-life wife, Gary McGee, I think is how you say that. And she was a Vegas showgirl. And then Nikki, of course, is obviously based off real mobster Anthony Spilatro. Please don't butcher me in the comments if I'm saying all these names wrong. It's an unfortunate reality how often I pronounce people's names wrong in videos like these. Another similarity was that obviously Sam did not possess a gaming license and neither did Rosenthal. In real life, he did apparently operate under different job titles, even though he was actually running the casino like the movie. And apparently Rosenthal did actually survive a car bombing. They say that the metal plate under the driver's seat or whatever like is what actually ended up saving his life. But I was talking about this movie with my boyfriend who's like a big car guy, and he was mentioning how he saw an episode of Mythbusters that actually kind of like disproved this theory that like you wouldn't actually be able to survive something like that. But clearly he did, so I don't know if there was just like maybe it wasn't that big of a bombing like it's portrayed in the movie, because apparently the Mythbuster people that like they found the same car that apparently he was in and that didn't have a metal plate under the driver's seat. So I don't know cars. This is just the information that I'm passing along that I heard. Like, I'm sure there was a bombing and that he did survive it, but who knows, maybe there was a metal plate, maybe there actually wasn't. Maybe the bomb just wasn't as extravagant of a bomb as it's portrayed. Next, it seems to be pretty highly speculated that Rosenthal's wife did actually have an affair with Spilatro. So the whole Nikki and Ginger situation might have actually been happening. A real life love triangle, if you will. Rosenthal's wife did actually die of a drug overdose, just like Ginger did, which was honestly very tragic but not entirely unexpected. And lastly, Anthony Spilatro and his brother apparently were killed by mobsters. I'm not sure if they were buried alive like how they were in the movie, but they were allegedly buried in a cornfield somewhere in Indiana, where I live. So that's cool and unsettling. Okay, so now let's move on to some things that I did and didn't like. I'm putting these two things together because some of the things that I'm going to talk about I liked, but also didn't like. So first off, I want to talk about how narration is a big thing in Goodfellas, but Goodfellas absolutely has nothing on Casino in terms of narration. I didn't actually clock the amount of time that there is just narration going on in this movie, but it is a lot, and I would say particularly a lot of the first act is strictly narration with a little bit of, you know, normal dialogue in between. The reasons that I liked the narrating are pretty similar to why I liked it in Goodfellas. It was almost like we as the viewers are getting a sneak peek into how these criminal operations are actually run, which is cool and honestly informative to see how things actually get pulled off. But it's also really nice to get a sneak peek into the characters' like thoughts and motivations. I remember while watching the movie that I kind of wish that Ginger had a voiceover, because like with Ace and Nikki, you know, we obviously knew what they were doing and why they were doing it. They told us why they were doing it. But with Ginger, more often than not, I was just like, what the f is this lady doing and why? Which maybe that was intentional. So yeah, that's what I liked about the narrating. However, I didn't necessarily enjoy the vast amount of exposition that was delivered via narrating. I understand this was kind of necessary, like they're clearly trying to give us a lot of information probably as quickly as possible, given that the movie is already nearly 3 hours long. But sometimes I just kind of felt like I was getting a little overwhelmed by all of the information that kept getting thrown at me, particularly in the first act. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. I guess I'm just, me personally, not the biggest fan of like long exposition. It's like I'm a little torn because like, yes, it's necessary and it's nice to get like all this info in a sneak peek. It really does help immerse you into the lives that these characters are living, but at the same time, it can be a little overwhelming and a little drawn out, at least in my opinion. Another thing I didn't like, Ginger. I fucking hated her. Particularly at the end of the movie when she's clearly on drugs and like acting very erratic, crashing her car into things, being almost inconsolable. She was giving off major Karen vibes to me. But given that, I give some major props to Sharon Stone, and I thought she gave an awesome performance. She just so convincingly embodied this character that pretty much probably everybody hated by the end of the movie. And she did it in such a way that, like, even though I hated her the majority of the movie, I still found myself feeling for her a lot of the time. Like, the girl was miserable. Was she greedy, manipulative, and conniving? Yes. And I hate that about her. But you could also just tell that the woman was quite literally just broken and miserable. And it was kind of painful to watch sometimes. I guess I just kind of feel like that character would probably be particularly tricky to portray. I don't know. She just has a lot going on with that character, and I thought Sharon Stone did a really good job. I mean, I thought all of the actors did a really good job, but her performance stood out to me. So, final thoughts. The movie is obviously very good. I personally didn't enjoy it as much as Goodfellas. I did, however, find it very interesting to have a mob movie that took place around the same time as Goodfellas, but focused in Vegas rather than New York. Was it my favorite mob movie? Personally, no, but that doesn't mean that it is bad by any means. I mean, you still got awesome actors and performances, great visuals and set design, awesome costuming, like hello, De Niro looked like an absolute gem the entire time. And I mean, it's dramatic, it's shocking, it's outraging at times, overall entertaining, and I still think a very fine work from Martin Scorsese. I just kind of feel like this director, he's coming out with so many good films that it's just like it's hard to even like outrank stuff he's already done. And especially with this coming after Goodfellas, he set a pretty high bar, at least in my opinion, with Goodfellas, so coming up and trying to beat that, it was just hard to do. Goodfellas is just such a great movie. But like I said, that doesn't mean that this one's just bad, it's just different. Alright, that's all I got, at least in this moment. So I'm gonna throw it back to my past self, for the outro. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe. It really does help me out and supports my channel. Next up is Donnie Brasco. I think I mentioned that in the beginning, but I'll say it again. So yeah, another mob movie based on true events, so that'll be cool to tackle next. And then we'll be moving on to some other topic. Anyways, if you would like to hang out with me in between uploads, make sure you check the description bar. I've listed all my social media there. You know, give me a follow if you want. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you the next time I upload a new video.